Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to learn async and await keywords in JavaScript. And async keywords, as you can see on the image, an async keywords allows to define an asynchronous operation. And we have also an await keyword which waits for a result of an asynchronous operation. As you can see on the right side, in the previous video we talked about promise, where we have defined a promise that resolves a username. Here, as you can see, we have a promise that resolves the username, and then here we can retrieve the value using the .then chaining method. And here we can console the value of the promise, and then we can catch the error of the promise. But to do it in a better way, we have async and await keywords. We can use async keyword to define an asynchronous operation. And we are going to use an await keyword to wait for the results of a promise. And we are going to use try and catch to catch a value within a promise. This is a better way to wait for the results of a promise or to work with promise. This is a good syntax at the left side here. Now let's see how it works. Here, as you can see on the photo, we have synchronous versus asynchronous operation. A synchronous operation, it is an operation that processes task one by one. It means executes task linearly from the beginning to the end, whereas an asynchronous operation that doesn't execute task one by one, but it executes task in parallel. Let's take an example. Let me illustrate you this. So here we are in Paint, we have two programs. This is our first program here. Our first program aims to process 4 tasks. And then here at the right side, we have our second program. These two aims to process 4 tasks. Here, once the user inputs to our first program 4 tasks, our first program is synchronous and our second is asynchronous. Our first program, what is going to do? Once the user input task to our first program, it is going to execute task one by one. Once the user input the first task, it is going to process it, the second, third, and so on. But here at the right side, as our program is asynchronous, it means it doesn't wait for a given task to finish. It means here you can have first task, second, third. Here our program, it is going to process all of them at the same time. This is how an asynchronous program works. It is faster than a synchronous program. Here, this is fast than this. Now let's open VS Code and see how we can create an asynchronous function. Well, let's first create a promise that is going to resolve a value, like we did in the previous video where we talked about promise. Let's promise. Then we're going to say new promise rejects. And then here we are going to resolve the username. Let's username. Let's pass Bob here. Resolve username. Then we need to retrieve the value of the promise. Promise function, we pass a callback, and a callback needs an argument, which is the result. Now we can console the results here, which is the name, you can see, and then we can catch the error. If our promise failed to return a value reject an error. Error dot message. Let's say let's create a typo in our promise. You can see in a console here, username is not defined. We are getting an error. We are catching here an error. So let's see how we can achieve the same task using an async and await keywords. Here, let's create first an asynchronous function. Function get username. To define a function that is an async, we have to add at the beginning of a function async keyword. Now this function becomes an asynchronous operation. And then within the function, we need to pass try catch to catch an error if our promise reject an error. Try catch, and here we ain't gonna need to pass callback. Console.log. Let's now create a promise. We have a promise here. Let's comment this. And then here, let's grab this and put it within a function. Username. Then we are going to return a promise. Let's say get. Then here, let's change the name of this function. Display username. Now here we need to call our promise get username function. Here we ain't gonna need to put dot then. No, yeah. To retrieve the value, we are going to store a promise within a variable username, or let's say results only. And then we are going to use the await keyword. We are going to await the result of this promise. And then we are going to console the results. Here we are getting an error, username is undefined. We have a typo in our promise. Let's remove it. Username is undefined. Let's see what causes an error. Okay, username Bob here. Let's refresh. Yeah, we got here. Let's comment this. We haven't yet called our function. Then here, let's call a function. Yeah, here we are getting Bob into the console. Instead of retrieving the result within a promise using chaining method like then or catch, it's better to use async and await keywords because it provides an effective way to write or to retrieve the value within a promise. This is a better way. Instead of using this, say this is a good way. Instead of doing this, then here we are passing a callback. We got username, and then here we are using catch to catch error within the function. Here we are passing here error, and here console.log error. This is, we can say this, you see, bad way. No, I can say this is not a bad way, but it's kind of traditional syntax. I'm going to say traditional syntax. This is good way and more than one. This is a modern syntax using the async and await keyword. Now let's see how we can use promise.or to retrieve value of two promise. Suppose here we have already write a function that displays the username. Suppose we have another promise. Yeah, let's create another promise here. Let's remove this. Let's create another promise that is going to return the user age. Get user age. Let's grab this here. And then here we're going to pass user age. Let's say 20. Now, for this also we can say, for example, to get the result, we can use this same thing. We can declare an asynchronous function again, and then we can retrieve a value. But let's say we need to retrieve the username and the user age. For example, function get user info. We are going to use try catch. We're going to catch here an error. And then here we are going to call our first promise. We can say this is the username. And then we are going to say here we are going to retrieve also get user age. User age here. Now let's console results. Username and user age. Let's call again user info function. Get user info. Here we are getting the name. We're getting the name and the age here. The name is Bob and the age is 20. Now, this is how we can retrieve two value. We can write a function to retrieve two values, for example, within two promise. We have our first promise that return the username, and our second promise return the user age. Now, to retrieve both the user name and age, we write a function get user info, and then within we are using a wait keyword first to retrieve the value within the get username, and then we are awaiting also the get user age, then we display them. Now, this is a way that we can retrieve two values within a promise. But how can we achieve this? To retrieve simultaneously get username and user age values within these two promise. We are going to use promise. Promise.or allows to process two promise at the same time. Promise.or. It takes an array of promise, and then here we are going to pass two promise. We are passing here get username, and here this is our second promise get user age. And then here we are going to await the results. Let's say result const results. We are going to await the results of this promise. Here, if we console, we are going to get an error. We are going to get an array of results. Here we are getting the name and the age. Returns two values, Bob and 20. This is how we can process to promise. And then we can retrieve here the name. We're going to access the name and the age. Age is at the second position here. You're getting the name and the age. Now, this is how we can retrieve two values within a promise. Here we can use this way or this one. You can use when to use Pramastat or is better to use when you need to process two promises at the same time. Here, Pramas or does process in parallel, get username and get user age. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in the next one.